Here is another review for you, and today I'm going to be reviewing Golem and the Jinni by Helen. It was published by Harper in April of 2013. It has 486 pages, and it has around 28,000 ratings on Goodreads. When I said I was going to review it, it had less than 2,000 ratings, so I'll just follow through with my promise that I was going to review this. This book, of course, follows a Golem and the Jinni, pretty much like an interesting type of immigrant tale. The Golem essentially just been born. She has just achieved awareness, and she is going to the new world and has no idea who she is or what she is. For the Jinni, he was trapped in a flask. A metal worker trying to repair the flask rubs it a bit too hard, and suddenly this naked guy suddenly appears. So he has to figure out how he fits in the community. So I felt that being in these immigrant communities was a very good allegory of how immigrants going to the new world have to adjust to their new surroundings and settings. Both the Golem and the Jinni have to figure out how to be passable as humans, how to not do the wrong thing, how to not stick out. I thought it was very interesting because they have to learn about just a bunch of things that humans do and why they do them and how they can fit themselves into these institutions and structures, but at the same time acknowledge that they're different. They're not going to ever be truly human, and to maintain their identity. Reading this, I realized I probably misled people, and this book is not really a love story, and the Golem and Jinni eventually form a platonic relationship, and I really do like their different characters because they really balance each other out very, very well, because even though they have very similar issues, they are completely opposite in certain respects that I think are very interesting to talk about. Like the Golem, she is fighting to please everyone all the time, but her goal is to become an individual. She's trying to become her own person. She has to resist doing things for everyone, and she has to learn how to do things for herself and to be her own woman. While the Jinni, at the same time, you can kind of classify him as an asshole. He kind of does what he wants when he wants. He is very, very stubborn, and he has to work very hard at actually being a part of the community, being considerate of others, and actually trying to play well with others. And I really think it's very interesting because she's in the form of a woman, he's in the form of a man, and their experiences are very different. They start taking walks together, and then at one point it's like, oh, you can come here, you know, when I'm not here, why not? And she's like, are you kidding me? A woman walking alone at night? It doesn't look good, and she doesn't want to put herself in a situation where she would have to reveal that she is as strong as 10 people, because that would be bad. And he's like, oh, I never really thought about that. People tend to leave me alone, and it's kind of interesting where she quickly realizes that because she's in the form of a woman, she has different standards applied to her as opposed to men. I really did enjoy this book. At the beginning, it's really kind of establishing how they get to America and then exactly how they're adjusting, and then around halfway it kind of introduces more of the plot. You see something coming closer and closer and closer, sense that the stakes are getting higher, and even though the ending kind of seems like a big coincidence, how it set it up makes sense, so it's not too cheesy or it's not too convenient. You know, the ending, I think, it worked. I thought that this was really kind of like a solid story. I really did enjoy the characters. I liked how each of the characters developed, and I thought the ending worked. It might not have been perfect. I don't even know exactly what a perfect ending I would have been anticipating. So I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars. This is really good for Helen Recker's first novel. I'll probably read other things by Helen Recker. I really liked, and not even that, I don't know if she intentionally put in those themes, I really did like those, you know, touches that their story parallels like an immigrant's tale, and also immersing them in two different cultures is really interesting, where you do see influences of two different cultures, but it's not like too heavy. I feel it's a good book, and I would recommend it to people. Yeah, that's my review. I hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you guys later. Bye!